Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome back to my channel. Always so happy to find you here. I do upload on Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Fridays are supposed to be a short philosophical quote to kick off our weekend. I've been doing that so much, but I hope you've been enjoying what I have been uploading for your view. If you're new here, welcome to the new subscribers. I hope you stick around for a good long while and bring a friend with you next time. Today, I'd like to talk about the issue of morality, the lacking morality that we have just in society in general. But I talk about relationships here, not just couple relationships, but I talk about how we interact with one another. And that could be parental, that could be in the workplace, that could be just in general shopping, and that could be in a budding, developing relationship and getting to know one another. These virtues that were what I call many years long school ago, where it was important to have some sense of a value-based principles by which you live by, but to also that would be to me the undergirding of your personhood. And then you can also go and have, your fun and what you're interested in life and what your goals are. And that is how you would begin to get to know a person. Nowadays, some of that never even comes up in a conversation. Nowadays, people say, send me a pic or send me a sexy picture or what's your IG? And they're looking at nowadays they look at visual and often find to the there's no compass to the visual because those things I aforementioned, such as principles and virtue and morality and a sense of knowing their direction in life and what your ambition and goals are the cornerstone and the basement of a person. That is the compass of the person. The outer layers, the beauty, the sexiness, the fun, the ability to interact with others, those to me are secondary. So if that basement isn't solidified, if that cornerstone of the person isn't present, once you get past the visual beauty and find there is no depth, the relationship may not be as solid as you hope. And therein is the turnover. Now, I'm talking now in partnership, in love type relationships, because even with that, nowadays, people are so cosmetic. When I say cosmetic, I don't just mean makeup, they have makeup on, but I mean cosmetic to the point to where the look is actually transformed respectfully. Respectfully. There's so much layers of cosmetics concealing the look, transforming the look, faking the look, fake eyelashes and all so much that when you remove all of that, the person visually looks different to you to some degree. And so this is what I'm talking about, the natural commodity of a person in their fullness. Now, I said in my last video, and I say now, I wear makeup too. I got makeup now. I have for my studio to record now. But trust and believe, you're gonna see the same person when I take this lipstick off. When I take this lipstick off, this little eyeliner off, you get the same person, and you get the same personality when I turn the cameras off. When I back up out of the studio and go back into my home life, the same person appears, is what I'm saying. Now, I'm not using myself as an example. I'm using myself as an illustration. I ain't nobody's example. Just to believe, you ain't gonna never find me example. But I'm illustrating that when you get to know a person, find those things that are substantive so that your turnover rate isn't so high. Because I'll tell you this, I have seen so often what I call nowadays, people have a different dude or a different chick all the time. It's such to the point where I think they're running a private brothel. I mean, they got OnlyFans, they got IG this, they got click a pic that, send a sexy pic, and they got so much online dating that it's hard to establish a truthful person of principle by whom you really want to spend your time with, because now you're in the habit of chasing it. You're in the habit of chasing it. And here's what I say to that. If you're in that player, not ready to settle, woman or man, you're just wanting to just kind of date around, you're not interested, that should work for you for a period of time. If that doesn't release itself, I'll say, and it becomes who you are, dancing about all these different dating sites and all that, it will become a rat race by which you cannot escape. And a true, loving, value-based person, when they appear, will not be interested in you, although you may be interested in them, because they don't play that game. They were never a part of that. You were fortunate enough to find them. You were fortunate enough to attract them. You were fortunate enough to woo them. But your ways and behaviors by which you have acclimated over all these years of doing that is not favorable to that person. And if they have a standard, they will let you go. Because as I said in the beginning, the principles of that person, the virtue and the morality is at the basement of them. And you don't tap that. No one taps that. And so if you're not careful and you're playing around with that for too long, you'll keep missing out on these value-based person, and you will miss out on the one. Not only will you miss out on the one, but if you're not careful, respectfully, truth is truth. And may I have the audacity to say it properly, please? I don't want to offend anybody. If you're not careful in your games and playerism, in your fantasizing, and you're chasing down the next profile and click, and if you're not careful, you'll be single at 40, 50, and 60 years old, by which no one would be interested in you at all, even the ones you clicked around with. Okay? So if your soul is asking to settle, then settle. But if you're still out there and you're young and this is what you do, remember, a collection of women or men or whoever you date, I'm good with it. But a collection of people passing through your life is no longer an issue by which you can brag about, because pretty soon people will start wondering why you can't keep a person. So it will backfire. Instead of them once thinking, aren't you the lucky guy? Or aren't you the popular girl? Everybody wants to date you. They'll start going, why can't he ever keep anybody? Why can't she keep a guy? Why does everyone leave them? How good a catch can they really be if no one sticks around? So the game will expire on you, is what I'm saying. So be careful. Pick your winning click. I say click, swipe right and all that. That's nonsense. Pick your winning person and stick with them, because after a while, you will age out of the game. And I love you, even if they won't. Okay? If you've gotten this far, please click like, please click subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye. I do love you, but stop playing your game. Seriously, grow out of it. I do love you though. No, seriously, I do love you. I, mm, bye. Oh, did I just kiss you? Yeah.